What's up, my fellow Toonologists? First things first, y'all already know the deal. I want to thank you guys for clicking on this video and giving me some of your time because I always appreciate when y'all rock with your boy. But y'all also know I'm not finna talk your heads off. You read that title, you know what you're here for. We are finna talk about some Pixar, arguably the greatest animation studio of all time. Well, that's if you separate it from Disney. I mean, some people do, some people don't. I do personally. Pixar is just amazing. It has a lot of great movies in their catalog. You know, everyone has different rankings of top 10s, top 5s, favorites, least favorites, because their catalog is just that wide. And obviously the first one I want to talk about is Toy Story. Toy Story is the very first Pixar movie of all time, and I don't think you can talk about the success of any franchise without the stepping stone, and Toy Story is that. Toy Story, in my opinion, is just flat out one of the best animated movies of all time. It has the iconic characters, it has the iconic moments, it has the "you got a friend in me." Bro, Toy Story goes so crazy. First of all, as kids, we always thought to ourselves, what if our toys were alive? What if our toys were living entities and beings? And Toy Story did that perfectly. We see what they do when humans are around. We see how they act when humans aren't around. We see the mischief and the hijinks they get into. Woody as a character is just great as hell. Who doesn't love Woody, man? Even though he was a bit of a villain in the first movie. Not really Sid. Well, Sid was a villain, but Woody was a villain as well. Woody was just a D1 hater, really. He hated the hell out of Buzz because Buzz was the new poppin' thing. Buzz was entertaining a toy, thinking that he's actually the person or character he's modeled after, in a sense. I love that. Mr. Potato Head got on my nerves, I'm gonna be real. But no, Toy Story is just it's just an icon, just iconic all around. Second movie from Pixar that I feel like is just a given when it comes to their greatest films is Cars. Cars, oh my god. Growing up in the mid 2000s, when I tell you this movie was everywhere, the toys, the clothes, the merchandise, everything, Cars was just a juggernaut, bro. Oh my goodness. And don't get me wrong, the movie itself is amazing. It's one of my favorite Pixar movies of all time. Lightning McQueen is an awesome character. Who doesn't love Mater? Radiator Springs is such a interesting town, to say the least. Cars is great. But the impact that it had on kids and parents when it came out, oh my god, you just had to be there. This is one of those things where us 2000 kids, we can say that. Like the 2000s babies, we can tell people like you had to be there. Like, you just had to. Cars is like a cultural phenomenon, bro. Like, that's the best way you can describe it. Plus, the story of Cars is just really good, man. You see Lightning McQueen going from this hotshot rookie to gaining more experience and learning wisdom from a past racer, being the fabulous Hudson Hornet. You learn a lot about teamwork, the meaning of friends, and having people to back you up. It's a really great message in that movie. I love it. Cars is just phenomenal. Next movie from Pixar I gotta talk about is one that I consider to be the best Pixar movie of all time, The Incredibles. Oh my god, bruh, is this movie tough as hell? Yes! This is arguably one of the greatest superhero movies of all time, and it ain't from Marvel or DC. That's crazy, bro. First of all, this movie is dark as hell. I made an entire YouTube video about this movie being dark as hell. This movie deals with child endangerment, genocide, self-harm, hostile work conditions. Oh, this movie's so goddamn grown, bro. Oh my god, there's a cheating subplot where Elastigirl Helen is thinking Bob is cheating on her with Mirage. Bro, what the hell? This movie was for children? And I ain't gonna lie though, I hate Syndrome. I hate Syndrome so goddamn much. I don't like him. I don't care. His motive for being a villain just sucks ass to me. You got mad because you couldn't be a sidekick, because you were told to go home and stay out of dangerous situations. So he took that as a green light to just murk every superhero. Oh my god, that motive's so damn dumb. I don't care. And this movie is essentially a midlife crisis film in a sense for Bob, because Bob, he wants to be a superhero again. He wants to go back to the good old days. He missed being a superhero, but superheroes are against the law, being supers are outlawed. Freaking, he has to be a family man. He doesn't want to adjust to that. That's a good story within its own. And I think it's really neat how in the beginning of the movie, when they were having like their little interviews or whatever, Helen talks about how she wants to always be a superhero. She always wants to do it. That's her gig. She's never leaving it alone. Bob was the one saying that he wanted to settle down, live a family life, and be a regular person. But then we get a time jump, and we see Helen's the one perfectly content with settling down, living a regular family life. And Bob is the one striving to still be a superhero. I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah, The Incredibles like that. Tough. Fourth film I want to consider one of Pixar's greatest, Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is just one of the most heartfelt, beautiful animated movies of all time. And if you didn't know, that's where I got my name from, Finding Miko, Finding Nemo, if you didn't know. But Finding Nemo, I think, oh my God, Marlin, one of the best animated dads of all time. This man searched the 7 seas with a mentally challenged fish, talking to sharks, jumping on jellyfish, flying in seagulls' mouths. I think there were seagulls. I think that's what it was. I don't know. But he did all of that to find his son. If that ain't D1 daddy, I don't know what is. I will never call another man. I will never say that again. What D1 daddy is crazy. Ew. I also love how the movie at one point emphasizes on the fact that Nemo is handicapped because, you know, he got his lucky fin. And then what he learns from Gil is that, you know, you can't rely on everyone forever. You're going to have to learn how to do your own thing, step in your own lane, figure stuff out. And Gil helped him out with that when he got stuck in the suction filter thing, I think it is. That was a great plot point. Dory, goddamn reading. At first, when I was younger, I didn't get why that was a big deal, but then I remembered she's a fish. She shouldn't know how to read. Escape and Sydney and bro, these wallaby Dory get props for that. Who doesn't love Crush? Who doesn't love Crush, Squirt, the Sea Turtles? Searching on the EAC. Come on now. I said searching on the EAC. Surfing on the EAC. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Finding Nemo is just an iconic movie all around the board, bro. Oh, man. Finding Nemo was so good. And I don't think people talk just enough about how dark the opening is, bro. The Barracuda eating Marlin's wife and children. Wow. That's dark as hell. Then Marlin goes and he sees his one little egg by itself cracked, which was Nemo. That's sad as hell. Which just plays into why he's overprotective. And another thing I love about this movie is that it teaches parents, you gotta let your kids leave the nest at some point. You can't shelter them from everything. You get what I'm saying? I like that. I respect that message. And for the final movie, I feel like this is just a no-brainer as well. No, then again, you can swap this out for a couple other movies, I feel like, but I'm not going to. Monsters, Inc. Monsters, Inc. I think deserves to be mentioned when it comes to the greatness of Pixar. This is just one of their greatest films, like the other ones, bruh. Monsters, Inc. took a story that a lot of parents and kids used, loved, and or hated, depending on who you are from the story's POV. Loved or hated. I don't know. Monsters in the Closet. Iconic thing. Everyone talked about it at one point. Everybody believed there was monsters in their closet. Well, not everyone. Some people thought it was under the bed. You know what I'm trying to say. That's an iconic story. Instead of us following the kids and their perspectives, we follow the monsters. We see why the monsters live in closets. We see where they go when they go in the closet. We see the lives they live, and we see that they basically live off of scaring children. I thought that was nice. I thought that was a pretty cool touch. Mike and Sully are one of the greatest duos from animation in general. Who doesn't love them and their dynamic? Boo is so adorable. Boo is so goddamn adorable. Everyone hates Randall. Who the hell liked him? Mr. Waternoose, whatever. I just love the world of Monsters, Inc. as well. I think that's one thing about this movie that I wish they would have expanded on a bit more. Like, obviously, we know Monsters, Inc. is like this big corporation that's responsible for keeping wherever they live afloat, but it's like, dang, I wish we got more looks into the monster world. They did that with a bit in Monsters University, so I'm not too mad at it, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about Monsters, Inc. I just genuinely think it's just one of those ones where you know it's one of them ones. You see what I'm saying? You just know. But like I said, I gotta be real. I think these movies I listed, Cars, The Incredibles, Finding Nemo, Toy Story, and Monsters Inc. are just the greatest Pixar movies, and without these movies, Pixar wouldn't be where it is. And this isn't me saying that Pixar has no other movies that contributed to their success, because they do have an extensive catalog, like I said in the beginning, with a lot of great movies. But these 5, I just feel like, are the most timeless, that everyone will always love no matter what. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and talk about some Pixar with y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, because it helps me get put into the algorithm. And if you show me that support, I love and appreciate you, because we need more Twonologists on this page. Recruit some people, we need them. Follow me on TikTok at Finding Miko. Follow me on Twitter at Finding_Miko. Follow me on Instagram at Finding.Miko, and I will see you guys in the next video.